Cactus. Let's go.
We've got your wrestling, matchups, rankings, defeats. We've got your takedowns, upsets. Who won it? Who got beat?
We're Mike, Jack, and Mike. We've got those controversial calls. Top ranked challengers, but most of all, it's the best wrestling talk you ever
I think
heard.
Joey Blaze has upset potential.
We are Cactus Wrestling.
Welcome back to Cactus Wrestling, everybody. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hype the video. Your favorite wrestling YouTubers are back and at it. And as you can see, Mike Long
never looked better.
He's lost his voice. He's lost his face because
I've lost my spirit.
He's lost his spirit because of what happened this past weekend. We'll get into that. But first, let's get into we got two speak pipe messages. We have a new caller on this first one. And let's listen to Landon's message. Here we go.
Hey Cactus, this is Landon. I have a hot take that Mike Long is not gonna like, but I believe that the Iowa Hawkeyes will win the national tournament this spring in March. I feel like Penn State is really having a down year, and I think Iowa can easily All-American at every single one of their weight classes. I mean, they are all like right there on the cusp, maybe even underrated, I would say. I also feel like it's very likely that Iowa could have 2 to 3 national champs. Also, Massoma Endene, dude's a stud. I mean, I think the NCAA has to start really like paying attention to like how good he is. Like he's for sure gonna All-American. Like he could probably knock off Josh Barr when it comes to time for them to wrestle. That's just my hot take, though.
Okay, thank you, Landon. Wow, hot take. We love the hot takes on Cactus Wrestling.
Wow.
We're full of them. We get them. We react to them.
We do
So
react.
let's start with Endine. I mean, hey, he's right. Dude is a stud.
He might be an All-American too. I mean, look, I feel like when he first decided to transfer, we were kind of high on him, and then we're like, oh, let's see, and then we kind of fell off for a bit. And
well, he wrestled that one freestyle event when he transferred to Wisconsin and did terrible, and then went back to D3.
Yeah, I think that's also like he didn't do well at like the U23 world team trials, and I was like, oh man, maybe he wasn't as good as we thought.
Well, and then his first match with Iowa wasn't that impressive either.
Oh, but he's looked great since then. I mean, hey, knocks off Maxed Out, and you can call it whatever you want. Some guys are, well, Mac kind of blew the match. It doesn't change that, and Dean won the match. It doesn't matter
if he found a way to win.
Mac could have punched him in the face and gotten disqualified. He still lost the match. Okay, and winners win, and he did it. And I would not be surprised now. I mean, look, the guy has the chance to All-American. We definitely could see it.
I mean, if he could beat Maxed Out, I believe it. He could definitely get on the podium.
Agreed.
Yeah, it was a weird takedown at the end of the match. He kind of went like underhook, dropped down to low single, and then just like forced him over. Kind of like
he kept shooting. He shot several times to get it too.
He stayed, which was nice because again, like I feel like we've been seeing a lot of guys like, oh, I kind of just shut down, and after this point, he really went after. He went and got it done. He chased it, and I love that.
Well, yeah, and in the interview afterwards, he was even saying like, I've got to start recognizing when guys are just trying to hang on for the win.
And that was exactly what happened.
And I think he was saying Buchanan was trying to teach him that.
Yeah, and that's a great guy to learn from. Buchanan's awesome. I hope he reaches All-American. But my only thing, and it's not really a knock, it's just it's so early in the year. How much stock do I take in wins? How much stock do I take in losses? Where, hey, Iowa has looked great at times, and then for whatever reason, sometimes they've struggled at the national tournament. It's a long, grueling season. And
but I mean, at least in regards to Masima, he
looks like the real deal.
He keeps proving to be the guy. I mean,
I don't know if I'm not picking him over Barr though.
No. I mean, the only way I would consider him over Barr is if he can actually beat Rocky Elam.
I would still say he's a top 6 guy the way he looks right now, though.
Yeah. Yeah,
And I think that that's huge because
I had
so many.
Stout at 3, so
Yeah, I mean, and so many of us, and myself included, we're like, I just don't see if he's going to be an All American. And now he looks like he's going to be a real point scorer for Iowa.
he's
Yeah,
gonna
in
be
terms
he's
of
gonna be a
at
win
the
you can
national
count
tournament.
on.
Landon, I don't know. I don't know about Iowa knocking off Penn State. Let's not get a little
mean,
2 to 3
crazy.
national champs, baby.
I like who. Okay, well, let's see who could be the national champ.
Angela,
Angelo could
Angelo,
be.
yep.
I think that
he must be thinking Dean Peterson.
maybe
Honestly,
so
Keeter has an outside
Ayala,
chance.
Peterson Ayala, maybe.
I said Keeter.
Yeah, no, Keeter, really?
Peter's tough because he did well. Look
He
how
has an outside chance.
and he does, and I mean
Really?
Feldman beat Ferrari, and then Keeter outplaced Feldman. I mean,
He-
it's not an impossible thing. Maybe 4 champs. I mean, who else? Caliendo if he goes down to 57.
Wait, Mike Long. You said Peterson?
But yeah, you just said it too.
I
No,
said it.
I said Keeter.
I think
I
Peterson.
said I bet he's thinking because there's a bunch of commenters
Oh.
that are like Peterson's gonna get it done. He's gonna be in the final.
I don't get that. I'm not super
I-
high on Peterson
No,
to win
I
it
think
all.
Dean Peterson right now is like 8th place to round of 12 for me.
We had
I
that
still don't know if
commenter.
he's going to All American, but
Yeah, that's why
I
he's like
want to give him
fringe.
the benefit of the doubt now, and I think
He's
Ayala
also a guy that like could knock someone off in the championship, but then
and
blow
immediately
it.
lose next. Yeah,
Yeah, blow it in the wrestlebacks and not actually get there. So
I think Ayala still can do well. I'm about to be hit by this truck who just doesn't know. He's rolling down a hill into me. Ayala looked great up until this past the national duels, and again, it's early in the year. He's going to take losses. He's going to make corrections, but with the rise of Ben Davino, I'm like, oh man, maybe Ayala's not going to make the finals this year. Maybe he's not going to win the national championship, but he's still someone that I would say as an Iowa fan, I think has a realistic shot to do it.
yeah, I
Ben
mean, I
Peter,
wouldn't count him like, oh, he's no way he's gonna get back to the finals. Like it's possible. I wouldn't say he's a lock to make the finals, but like,
yeah,
I wouldn't be like bewildered if he did.
even Ryder Block has been wrestling. I mean, most of the Iowa lineup has been wrestling pretty solid. They had
Ryder
that one.
Block's
That
been
first,
wrestling better than he should be for how he
Well,
was.
I think
last
he's
year.
at the right weight class now.
yeah, and I think the first duel was like, well, they beat Bellarmine, but like, it wasn't really that exciting. It wasn't really that dominating of Iowa. And then they beat Oklahoma State. You go, okay, well, they're a legit team. We knew that. I think that when we kind of looked at preseason things like, oh, Iowa, 4th, maybe. We had Oklahoma State. We had Nebraska in there. Now we have Ohio State. And we could easily have pushed Iowa to 5th. But now it looks like, hey, man, like they're still the number 2, number 3 team in the country. And they're not letting that go away yet. And if they play their cards right, maybe they peak well for nationals. I don't see them beating Penn State. Not because I'm a Penn State homer. I just think they have a lot of great talent this year, and they might not break their scoring record, but I still think they're pretty heavy favorites for national title.
So thanks Landon for the call.
This is also a better start than Iowa usually has to their season.
Then I wonder if they're gonna have a worse finish. I saw a joke. Well, I saw a joke earlier that's like, oh man, Iowa's already in midseason form. Not great. They might peak early.
Yeah, they'll peak at Big Tens or
Yeah.
or the soldier salute.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, what's funny, but there's kind of a truth to it.
Gabe Arnold's going to be lacing up at 174 at the
Hey,
Silver Salute.
Or 197.
Or 197.
Why would they do that, especially after Massima just knocked off Stout?
Yeah,
I do want to say that I saw this as well. I think Massima has really opened the door for people to realize like, how competitive D3 wrestling can be, and D2 as well. That
Yeah, I mean the highest D3 guys can probably be
mix it up.
competitive, but it's not
Yeah.
just like your
My
ordinary
vote would
D3
be
champion.
go back to the days where the D3 and D2 champs got into the D1
Yeah, I
tournament.
agree.
Win
Well,
2 national titles in the same year.
Right, back-to-back weekends.
Back to back.
Yeah.
So we have another speak pipe message. Minnesota fan 17. Here we go.
Fan of Iowa.
What's up, Cactus? It's Cam. Wanted to talk about a team that they had some success with Jury Volk, but my one of my favorite teams, probably I'd rank them number 1, honestly, right now. I'm a big Gopher fan. Minnesota.
Of course.
They had I would say they had a weird national dual tournament. I'm still hopeful for McAnally to be in the national finals. I think his Aiden Sinclair loss brings to light something that not many people really talked about, and that was, sure, he was like beating good guys, and he was having close matches with Starachi and Kekkaisen, but what people aren't really noticing is he's kind of a overtime merchant, and I just don't know. Like, we talk about Ferrari, keeping his matches close, but I mean the fishback match should have been over in regulation, but I think McAnally is just, he's constantly in overtime matches where he just squeaks out a win, and so I mean, do you guys think that's a viable strategy in the long run, or do you think, like, just like in the Sinclair match, like, do you think that's going to bite him in the butt? But just curious to see what you guys think of my Gophers, Minnesota.
Favorite team.
His Gophers?
Yeah, Cam.
How many favorite teams
the
have you
commitment
had
to
now,
the,
Cam?
Yeah, the commitment to the bet is just
I love it, dude.
so admirable.
Every time he calls and he's like, "It's my favorite team." I love that, dude. I laugh every time. I go back and watch these videos to laugh again.
Like, this is what, 5 now?
Well, it started Virginia Tech, then it went Ohio State, then it went Iowa, now Minnesota.
Oh, 4. Okay.
4. Yeah.
It changes week to week.
To answer your question, I think we've talked about it in other videos, Cam. No, I don't think it's an admirable or whatever adjective you use strategy to keep matches close. It's Mike always brings up Jason Xerxes.
Yeah, that's the best example of it. Jason Xerxes, as a freshman, wins the national title, goes overtime with everybody. The next year he took 4th. The next year after that, I think he went round of 12, and then his senior year he took 7th, or vice versa, or something like that. Like, he did not ever get back to the finals or even close.
Yeah, and it's interesting because he like blast doubled Fishback, took him down like nothing in overtime. So it's like, if you have that capability, all you need is one takedown. Why don't you just go after it in the beginning when you're fresh? So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's good that he can win all these matches, but
until he can't.
Yeah, until you can't.
Yeah, until he can't.
That's the thing, and eventually it's gonna get back to him.
I still like Max. I definitely lost a little bit of shine with him. But you're right. I mean, you can't expect to beat all these guys in overtime, and it's impressive when you're a freshman and you're like, oh man, he had a close match with Carter. That's so awesome. Or, oh man, he had a close match with Plott. And it goes, okay, but the next step of having a close match is now having a close win, and then expanding on that close win to a dominating win. And it seems like he hasn't quite made that expansion yet, or maybe I'm wrong.
Well, not yet, at least.
Not yet, at least.
So let's get into this past weekend. The Black Knight Invitational was Sunday, and
very inviting.
Very inviting, yeah. And this ended up being Penn State's quote wrestle off. Yeah. Even though they are redshirting a lot of guys, we saw a lot of Penn State versus Penn State matchups, including at 125 pounds, number 1 ranked Luke Lilladall, Mike Long's pick to win the national title this year. He loses in the Black Knight Invitational. He may win the NCAA tournament. He may win Big Tens, but he is not a Black Knight Invitational champion.
Yep.
It's a shame we can't see Mike for this.
I'm sitting in a dark car in traffic on 84. I mean, you couldn't see anything anyway.
He loses to his teammate Nate Desmond, and I mean, it was. I watched the match. Honestly, it was really hard to follow what was going on because both guys were in Penn State singlet. So I was.
They do kind of look similar as well. I mean, their builds are relatively similar.
I mean, Desmond had the tattoo, but
the half sleeve on his left arm.
Quality is not that great, and the red and green are not great for me because colorblind. But yeah, it looked like Luke was the aggressor. He was taking most of the shots and kept getting in, and he just couldn't finish. And he's very slick. He's very tried to get the quick angles, and I think to what we were texting about earlier, Desmond just knows him really well and just knows to kind of how to the feel against him, and all those little maneuvers that Luke does so well and scores on other guys, I think, are because guys aren't familiar with his feel. the same way Desmond is. So
I think
But
Desmond also had
lightning
great
didn't
hand fighting.
strike.
I was impressed with that. Is that a lot of these guys and announcers and whatnot talk about this like, oh, you could tell he was just finishing a great freestyle season because look at his great hand fighting and he's so physical and he doesn't back down. And Luke had a great freestyle off season. He wins a world title. He battles Spencer Lee at Final X. And then it seemed like Nate Desmond was kind of controlling the center of the mat better and hand fighting, winning the hand fight battles. So I was really impressed with that.
So
Nate, oh, you go first.
no. Continue.
I was just saying, Nate is, for those that don't know, like he's a beast. I mean, his younger brother constantly wrestles with a lot of my youth guys, and the family's great, really talented family. But for those that don't know, Nate and Luke were high school teammates. They've wrestled each other for a long, long time, and nobody knows how to beat you better than your high school teammate. That your day in and day out practice partner. They've battled before. Luke's beaten him for spots. Nate's beaten him. I'm not thrilled with the win. I mean, I'm thrilled for Nate. I mean, that's great, but I'm not thrilled for Luke with the loss. But I still think that he's going to win a national title.
So, well, my question was going to be, so do you think that Luke is still going to be the starter?
Yes. So all signs point that Nate is still going to redshirt. What I actually read today, and it's a bit of a hot take, is that Penn State never plans to let Masanosuke Ono wrestle in folk style. That's not the plan. Their plan is to have him there as a partner for freestyle and training. Because from what I read was that Nate is going to go 33 next year, and either Davis or Nagao is going to go 41 next season. Oh no, it's going to be
both of them are already at 41.
Yeah,
so-
it'll be Blaze. It'll be Blaze at 41. So what I saw was Luke 25 in 26 to 27 season.
But why wouldn't Desmond go 25 next season?
He's bigger, I believe.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's a little bit more filled out.
So that's why he won the match.
No, I just think that it's a good feel. But
also, if he can beat Luke, why wouldn't they put him out there?
Well, I think the same thing is that just because you beat your teammate doesn't mean you're necessarily the better wrestler. It just means that you're better at beating them.
Well, he also beat Cooper Flynn.
He did, and you guys didn't seem impressed by that when I texted you about that earlier.
I mean, I wasn't because Cooper Flynn really didn't do that. I mean, yeah, okay, round of 16.
Round of 12, come on.
Oh, round of 12. Cooper Flynn is very flighty. I mean, I feel like he always is high in rankings, but never actually performs to the level of those.
Well, also, isn't Nate Desmond a true freshman?
Nate Desmond is a true freshman, and Penn State doesn't typically wrestle their true freshmen. Why,
That's not. What are you talking about?
Historically.
What do you mean? Luke was a true freshman last year. Levi Haynes, Tyler Kasak, Braden Davis.
Yeah, but it's not always the case. I mean,
they don't choose true freshmen over Luke Lillidahl, is what he's trying to say.
No, their crop, this recent crop has kind of impacted things. A lot of those guys have redshirted. But
PJ Duke?
Again, I think that PJ's so big that they want to take advantage of him being at 157 this year.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. Reason. If a guy has a red shirt, you might as well red shirt so that you can kind of do the lineup shuffle later on. So, okay.
So if Nate Desmond did start over Luke, where do you see him finishing?
It's tough to say because Nate Desmond lost to Anthony Knox this last year, or this offseason.
That was the offseason.
But obviously he's made strides, but I don't think, I wouldn't pick Anthony Knox to win a national title this year.
Well, yeah, Knox already lost to Bouzakis.
That's my point, is that
But that was this year.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, is that while it's a big win for Nate, I don't quite see him ready to do that. I mean, he's probably an all-American threat. He's a big recruit coming out of high school. He's got great ability to win. But I just don't see him.
If he did actually start, how long it would take for you to start singing the tune of "He is going to be a title threat."
It's possible, but like I said, I think 125 is deep enough that Nate wouldn't get it done. And then again, I've seen him wrestle a lot. I've followed his career from when he was in high school at public school in Pennsylvania.
He's undefeated so far. I mean,
he is. He's 3-0.
Good start.
He's 3-0. 15-0 win over Connor Smith, 7 over Cooper Flynn, 17-4 over Charlie Farmer, 5-3 over Luke Lillidahl. Guys doing great. I mean, that room has got to be one of the best lightweight rooms. You have Marcus Blaze, Asane Suke Ono. You have,
I gotta say, Mike, I'm impressed. You remember those scores off the top of your head, or are you making them up?
I remember them. It's tattooed in my
Wow.
memory.
It's
Look at that.
tattooed there. No, as he was saying them, those sounded right.
They are right. You could check that. I could tell you every Penn State win from this past weekend.
Wow.
How many
Well-
losses can you tell me?
I don't even know because they had so few.
That's not true. They had multiple guys in weight classes, so
I have those. I have like Connor Pierce losing to Shane Van Ness 14-7.
Look at this
you
guy.
just-
He's done his
Penn State-
homework.
Penn State
Well, let's
losses.
get into 157 because this is gonna be an interesting one. PJ Duke, Golden Boy, he beats teammate Joe Seeley 2-1.
Favorable call? Question mark.
Yeah,
Do
the
you-
stall call. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
I think it
I
was a
saw that. That was
fair.
kind of like
He kind of like controlled action from like the far side of the mat all the way across the mat in one fluid
Yeah.
action. So I feel like it was a fair stalling call. Yeah, I
So do you
wasn't
think PJ
upset
Duke
about
beats Jimmy Harrington?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
But why? That's such a random.
No,
Jimmy
no, Mike.
Harrington's Joe Seeley's one loss this year.
Yeah. So
Oh.
Joe Seeley had a pin over Kai Owen, and then he lost 10-9 to Jimmy Harrington before beating Jonathan Lay 7-3. And then he also beat I think he in that same weekend, I believe he teched Landon Summer 19-4.
So do you think it would be a 2-1 decision?
No, I think that someone pointed this out as well, that they kind of maybe he figured out PJ, that PJ is a very physical hand fighter, and if you stay in there and kind of make him wrestle through those positions, it's is that cracking the code? Maybe. I mean, I think PJ was in it a few times and he finishes 9 times out of 10. He just didn't finish that time on Joe Seeley. But PJ looked great. And it was interesting to see that neither guy really committed to the ride. I've seen PJ wrestle since he was a young kid, like real small back in when he was wrestling for Deagle. But he's always been like a takedown machine. And that's awesome. And it's if you could take down everyone, that's great. But I feel like what separates good college wrestlers is the ability to ride, ability to turn from top, and the ability to not be ridden on bottom. And PJ does a great job getting out, but I would like to have seen him work a little bit more from top against any of these guys. Because you can't just, again, like you wrestle someone like Myron Shapiro, who's so good in all these positions. You can't just expect, well, I'll just take him down 3 times, extend my lead, and then I'll just cut him.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit tough, but PJ looked great. I mean, the dude put up like 55 points.
I mean, yeah, but the level of competition at this tournament was just.
Yeah, you're not
but-
really.
But still, it's great to see him putting up points.
How about Levi Haynes over Will Henkel?
I'm happy to let it happen, dude. Will's awesome. Will's a great kid, amazing family. His father's like the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, he is.
I'm still surprised Will's 174 because I figured with his dad's size he'd fill out, although his mom's pretty small. But I'm happy to let it fly. Will looked great up until that match. I mean, he teched Eric Teague, teched Andrew Wilson, 7-3 over Nick Fine, and then a 4-0 loss to Levi. But
That was definitely closer than I thought it would be for Levi.
yeah, I think, again, wrestling your teammates is so weird. It's so strange. And some guys, I remember when I wrestled for you, Mike, is that I was wrestling the same guys a lot in practice. And I'm like, oh, man, I'm getting better because I'm extending my score. I used to beat him 2-0. Now I'm winning 5-0. And I realized I just got better at beating that specific guy. And so I think it's similar to that with wrestling your teammate is you kind of know what they're going to do. And so your offense changed because they know that you know what they're looking for. So I think the wins are going to be closer. Again, I think PJ Duke is more than 1 point better than Joe Seeley. I think Levi Haynes is probably more than 4 points better than Will Henkel. But when you're out there wrestling, grinding, yeah, I mean, Will, I've said it on record and I'll say it again. I think Will would be an All-American this year if he went at 174.
So do you think Nate Desmond is more than 2 points better than Luke Lilledall?
It's tough to see. I would love to see some of their other scraps. And, if Luke's winning some of those other battles and this was the 1 time out of 10 that Nate wins, then
Or
maybe it's
maybe
good,
it's
but
the 9 or 10 times out of 10 that Nate Desmond wins.
it could be. I mean, we really don't know, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess that's
But Levi looked great. I think that Mike was not very fond of how Rocco Welsh looked in some of his matches.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Mike
Against
had
that
some
one
harsh
Columbia
words
guy.
about Rocco Welsh.
I mean, he gave up that first takedown. Like he ain't making the national finals. Like,
And then he was getting ridden too.
and he got ridden for like a minute, over a minute with legs in. Like, there's no way he's. I don't see it happening. Like not with Sinclair, Angelo, and Max. Like if this guy from Colombia can do that to Rocco, I just don't see. I don't see Rocco pulling off getting back to the finals.
I mean, I've been consistent on that.
Yeah.
I said I don't think he's a finalist per se, but I think he's still a top four guy in the weight. I would say he's
Nah, I
better
think
than Zach
maybe
Ryder.
fifth.
Eh. Um, he I was surprised how much he put it on Asher Cunningham.
Um,
Isn't that his teammate?
yeah, I
That
mean that's
is, yeah,
another Penn State guy.
that's Casey Cunningham's younger son.
Oh.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm surprised how big Asher got because he was 165 last season, and they're like, oh, he moved up to one from 157, and now he's 184, and he takes second at the again not the most incredible competition, but he did knock off like the number 16 ranked guy 11-3.
Too bad he can't beat Rocco.
Well, again, I think that he'd be an All American threat. I mean, we've talked about how good Penn State's B team could be. But were you guys surprised that Lucas Cochran did not beat Cole Mirasola?
I mean, up until the third period where it was looking like Cochran was gonna win and then he just blew it.
Blew it. Yeah.
Ugh, what a bum.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always been on Mirasola, not
Not
Cochran. So
yeah. I don't think he's got all. I mean, he has All American potential, but I think that the top eight are still pretty good, dude. It's going to be really tough to break into that. I have him as a round of 12 guy.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't see it happening for Mirasola.
I think Connor looked great though. I mean, how about he beat DJ Parker already, which is great, and then he continued it up. Pins Eli Pack, who's not great. Pins Adam Hasielis. Again, not someone that's necessarily amazing, but then he texts Wolfgang Frabel, who's ranked as high as 20.
again, how do you know? How do you remember these names?
Well, Wolfgang Frabel is a returning NCAA qualifier, so
How do you not remember a name like Wolfgang Frabel?
yeah, come on, Wolfgang Frabel. Plus, Mike plays the Gable game every day, so
I
he's
do. I text
he's
you guys.
getting more familiar.
Right.
Yeah, no, I think that if anything, it made me realize just how dominant Penn State was at the Black Knight Invitation. Like, wow, they're better than I thought at some weights.
Again,
No, I
there
didn't.
was no. I mean,
I did
aside
not at
from
any
Army, there
point
was
think, "Oh
no.
wow, they're way better than I thought they."
Oh,
So I watched a little bit of Arizona State versus Oklahoma State, and I got to tell you, these Larkin brothers. I've been telling you guys for years.
No wonder Richie
for
had
years.
to transfer, huh?
So
Rich,
Kyler beats Richie Figueroa. I mean, is Richie Figs just done?
He's a bum. Yeah, I think he got his title and he's like, I don't need to do anything else.
He
I don't
got
think.
his title, called all his former teammates sellouts, then became a sellout, and
Yeah,
then is just
loses to
gonna.
his former teammates.
yeah, and then loses to his former teammate.
Dude, I told you, Richie Figs he's cursed, man. It's what happens
He's buns.
when Spencer Lee starts dating your sister. That's what happens. Your life goes downhill.
So yeah, hopefully Spencer Lee doesn't date anyone else's sister, I guess. So
Yep.
You know what's crazy is I didn't realize Kyler Larkin is actually undefeated still too. So 33 has just a bunch of like absolute studs, and they're all like young freshmen.
Mm.
yeah,
And Caleb Larkin puts the work on cutter sheets. This dude looks gigantic at 149, and he like ankle picked him like 5 times. He's tough ride on top. Looks strong. I mean, he's the real deal in every position.
If I was Shane Van Ness, I'd be concerned.
My TV just started talking to me. I got a ghost in the apartment. Um,
It's nice. But yeah, no, because I think Larkin is definitely a threat, especially with his length to Shane Van Ness.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, that matchup, I really hope we get to see it.
When would we see it? Penn State doesn't go to any events.
Oh, whoa,
They have all
this
the duels. They
guy.
don't go to like CKLV. They don't go to Midlands. They don't go to the Southern Scuffle. They go to the Black Knight Invitational, and that's the only tournament they go to till the Big Tens.
Yeah.
Unless
Oh
they
my
have
god.
Arizona
Oh
State on
my
their
god.
schedule, which they don't, we're not going to see it until nationals, if at all.
So, did you guys hear the rumor that
Ryan
Ryan
Crookham.
Crookham
Doris-
tore his labrum and is out for the season?
Yes, I
Hook 'em
did.
again?
Yeah, dude. All right, unrelated.
Put in Maddie Lopes. Bring that Connecticut spirits to Lehigh. I mean, at
And
this point, yeah, Crookham. I mean, the field is already so stacked at 33 without Crookham. I mean,
How many injury red shirts can he get?
I don't know, 7, 8, bro. Ooh. All right, totally unrelated, but I'm checking it out right now. Did you guys, when you guys get a chance, watch Cade Moore
I
versus
saw it.
Bird?
Yeah, Lucas Bird.
Dude, do you think he was pinned?
So, how did we miss that? Was that at the national duels?
No, this is I think
Oh, you mean the cradle where Bird then slipped through and pinned Moore?
no, I'm talking about like where Lucas Cade Moore hit a gator bacon on him.
Yeah, when was that though?
I want to say that was the other day.
No, that had to have been the same match where
It was on
Bird.
the Missouri. It was on the Missouri mat though.
Yeah.
I mean, they did wrestle last week, but Lucas Bird pinned him, and that wasn't. Was that from
He
last
pinned him
year?
after Moore locked a cradle and put him over, not to his back, because Moore immediately reversed him. Not Moore, Bird reversed him. I didn't see the gator.
I'm watching it right now.
Oh, you're right. It was the Missouri duel
Yeah.
today.
It was it was like an hour ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 12-9. Bird won.
Dude, I don't know. I mean, I'll send it to you guys. We'll have to make a decision on if that was a pin or not.
Um, I mean, kudos to. I mean, that's a 7-point move, and
Yeah, I mean it's the
Bird's
same.
able to come back and outscore 12-2 after that.
Trelly could never.
Yeah, you ain't wrong there.
Yeah, but just goes to show you. I mean, like any guy can be taken out any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
But do you guys have any other updates from this past weekend that you wanted to talk about?
I mean, Mo's that guy.
Yeah,
He just got
Massima.
baptized.
He just got what?
Baptized.
He just got knighted by the Duke of PJ.
No, but that was like a thing he put up like after his match. He's like, I just got baptized. And I was like, dude, super likable guy. Seems like a really down to earth guy. Wants to work hard. Seems to be really positive about everything. Kind of hope he does well.
Well, we're rooting for.
Nah, I don't think he was pinned. The ref was right there.
Oh, how about Shawver losing?
Big Ten champion Dylan Shaver.
Big Chen champion Dylan Shawver.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, the second camera angle, I don't know. Moore's in the way.
I don't know, man. I think if the ref was a little quicker, who knows?
Maybe, but Moore's in the way. Yeah, it's
Well,
Bird
you
knows.
can call a pin with a single slap of the mat. So Cade Moore is that dude. He's funky
Yeah, but
like
that's
that.
all Cade Moore has. If he didn't like, if he doesn't get that, he's
Yeah,
not winning
that's
the
true.
match, and he
That's
didn't
true.
win the match because he didn't pin him.
Cade
That's
Moore
true.
hater out here.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna
you love
leave
Cade Moore?
the video, the commenters with a question to ponder on the way out, and that is, do you tilt your head when you eat a taco, or do you tilt the taco to your head when you eat a
Show us a
taco?
demonstration.
I don't
So
have a
do you,
taco.
when you hold a taco, do you tilt it face down and then put it in, or do you hold the taco and then tilt the head to take a bite? I think I'm a tilting of the head guy.
I am. My will bends to a taco.
Other question is, why do they not call cars quadricycles? You have unicycle, you have bicycle, you have tricycle. There's no quadricycle. Is a cycle just
Doesn't
mean it's a
cycle mean that
bicycle?
like you pedal it?
No,
Okay, so
because
then
like
why don't they have that then?
a trike that's a motorcycle is still a trike. You just call you
They
don't
have
call it a
du
bicycle, you call it a trike.
they have a dual seat quadricycle, but I've never seen anyone actually ride that.
Hmm.
Maybe like a rickshaw type thing. It is a thing. I'm looking at it. But then you have ATVs, but that's automated.
But some people call it a quad.
Is a quad, but is it short for quadricycle?
I mean, I've owned several. I've never thought about that.
Well, maybe you should. So that's our updates from this past weekend. Drop a comment down below. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If you want to be featured on the channel, leave us an audio message at www.speakpipe.com/cactus wrestling. It is in the description down below. And stay tuned for our Cy-Hawk duel preview coming out later this week. You can't miss it. Does Iowa State have what it takes to finally take down the Hawks? Find out next time on Cactus Wrestling. Z.
Yes, Cactus Wrestling Z.